Okay, guys, we're going to get started. We're going to start right away. We have an awesome lineup of 6 guest speakers, all triple diamonds, top enrollers with the company, and they are going to share with us their top recruiting tips to help us and everybody get into 2020, like start 2020 off with a bang, and end this year strong. So my name is Melissa Dean. I'm a triple diamond with It Works and a top 138 income earner. And I actually joined the business 5 years ago on Christmas Day. And so if anybody ever tells you like December's slow, it is not slow. And actually, a lot of times when you get distributors who join in like November, December, those are the ones that really take off because those are the ones that really want the business. So I went diamond in 6 weeks, double a year later, and then it took 2 years for me to go triple. And this business has been the biggest blessing for my family. I am a full-time work from home mom. I have 3 babies. Well, 3 littles. They're not babies anymore, but I have 3 littles. And we have paid off all of our debts. And we just are really loving life and really grateful for what It Works has done for our family and for people on our team as well. And so, like I said, we have 6 guest speakers. So I want you guys to take notes, write down questions you have. You can ask questions in the chat. And once we get at the end of their tips, we'll ask questions to each person because we're basically giving everybody 10 minutes to introduce themselves, share what they want, and answer any questions that you guys have. So we are going to start with Jennifer. And let's see, I'm going to unmute you and put you on speaker view. So,
hey,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm so excited to hear all your good tips today.
Yeah. So first of all, I just want to thank you so much for putting this together. Can we just all shout out Melissa right now for like taking the time to put this Zoom together for all of you guys so we can just really roll into January with our businesses just exploding. So thanks so much, girl. I'm so excited to be a part of this. I started this business a little over 6 years ago. And raise your hand if you are one of those people that got off to a slow start in this business. I was one of those people.
Sorry, Jennifer, I muted you because I muted everybody. So sorry. Let me unmute you again. Somebody's phone was going off. Oh, you're good. You can unmute. Cool.
Okay. So where did I leave off? I don't even know.
Just right when you started.
Okay. So I started this business like 6 years ago, and I was one of those people, like, raise your guys' hand if you got off to a slow start in this business. I started and I immediately just kind of went into this mode where I was like, what did I just do? All these doubts, fear set in. Like, I was so scared. I was literally paralyzed to work my business. And you guys, one day, I remember it was January 27th. I'd been in this business for like 4 months and had not moved very much. I didn't make the effort to talk to people whatsoever. And I just kept on seeing my enroller become successful with this business and make bonuses every week and seeing her get out of her situation. And yet here I was in the same situation that I was 4 months ago because I was too scared to do anything. And I just remember I just made that decision that enough was enough. I didn't want to, be in the exact same position a year from now. And it really all came down to just making that one decision that changed everything. So 3 months later, I went diamond. The next month, my husband went diamond. And then the month after that, I went double diamond, and we were able to pay for our wedding in cash. We moved out of our tiny studio. And then now 6 years later, me and my husband are like living out our dream. We just converted our own Sprinter van, and we've been traveling the country since August, which is so crazy that this is just something that I've always wanted to do, but I just never thought it would be possible. So this business truly can change your life. And I think, we're going to get a little bit later into distributor signing tips as far as your mindset goes. But that's the main thing, is that's what happened with me, is I just changed my mindset. Instead of looking at all the reasons why this business couldn't work for me or all the reasons why I wouldn't be good at it, I just went for it. And so I'm going to have a few tips, and I added a couple on when I kind of went through everybody's notes and realized like some of the things that really made me grow really fast in the beginning and everything is like, number one is take care of your loyal customers. I would say the large majority of my loyal customers turn into distributors. So I feel like we get into the habit of, sign up loyal customers and then we feel like our job is done. But in reality, if you take really good care of your customers, they make the best distributors because they already love the products. They already have that relationship with you. So definitely do that. And a great way, you guys, to really stay connected with your loyal customers and build that relationship with them is using the Connect app. That's one thing. If you are not using the Connect app, like that needs to be a major priority before the beginning of the year starts, because it is such a game changer and such a time saver. Tip number 2 I have for you is going live. And it's so crazy when I was, we were putting this Zoom together, going live with something. Oh, wait, I muted again. And I get so distracted.
Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry about that.
That's fine. I'll unmute myself again. Okay. So tip number 2 is going live. And this was one thing like I used to do all the time. And I realized I kind of got away from that. And when we were making this Zoom, I'm like, I need to get back onto this. And so that's one of my goals, is to just jump back into going live, because I have signed so many distributors from doing that. And this is an important one, especially if you're building your business mainly online. You want people to connect with you and fall in love with you. And the quickest way to do that, and the quickest way for people to trust you and feel that connection with you, if you're not in front of them face to face, is going live. You can show your personality. People can connect with you so much more. And that's just the best way. And one thing too, I'll kind of give you a tip as far as what I do as well, is every time I go live, as long as your live is under 15 minutes, after you go live on Facebook, I'll ask you before you post it on your Facebook, it'll give you the option to save the live video that you just did. And so I'll save my live video and then I'll go and post it on Instagram, on IGTV. And so that's just kind of a way for you to like kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You're already going live, so you might as well share it to IGTV and do that as well. So that is another thing. Another tip I was going to give is to use some catchy headlines. So instead of like making it sound so salesy, oh my gosh,
I know, I'm just going through the list and it looks like everybody's muted, but
there we go. We're good. Cool. Okay, so another thing is I forgot what I was just saying, like not using salesy like headlines and stuff. So making them like kind of build that curiosity, so people are going to want to like click on your video and see what the heck you're talking about. Obviously sharing your story, sharing how you work this business into your crazy busy life, and showing every win using those catchy headlines, and just different things that you can kind of go live about is like if you and your team are together, or somebody from your team, go live together and share each other's stories. You could use a headline like "The day my life changed forever," and decide and talk about the day you started this business. Talk about where you're going, your goals for the future, the momentum that's getting created on your team right now, the growth, the goals, the vision, where you're going to be a year from now. Like these are all things that people are going to want to join you when you can show them that. People want to join people that know where they're going. So show people where they're going, and videos is the quickest way to do that. Then tip number 3, the same thing. You're going to want to do videos, but in your stories, you guys. So this is another game changer. Instead of just posting all of like the cute templates that everybody comes up with and stuff, those are great, but also again, be showing your face, showing your everyday life. Be at the soccer field with your kids, but show that your kids are playing soccer, but you just signed a loyal customer up. Like showing people the business and just your whole life and everything through stories and through videos. It's just a way for people to connect to you, and people need to see your face to be able to connect with you even quicker. And then my last tip is just going to be to really take advantage of being in person, like face to face with people. Like these brand new pop-ups are amazing, you guys. And how I built to Diamond so quickly was I was doing these sample parties. I was meeting together with people face to face. I used every opportunity when I saw people to like work this business into conversation. And so if people were asking me how I was telling them like, oh my gosh, I just started this brand new business, and like 3 months from now I'm going to be making an extra $2,000. I'm going to be cutting down my hours at work. Like, you should do this with me. You would be amazing too. And I was just so excited being in front of people and just using every opportunity I possibly can to tell people what I had my hands on, that people joined me a lot quicker. So that is all of the tips that I have for you as far as like building distributors. But one more thing that I would say before I hop off is, definitely be taking notes like Melissa said, but make it a goal. You guys are going to hear so many amazing tips tonight. Don't just get off this Zoom and go back to your normal life. Like, figure out what tips that you're going to apply tonight, something you're going to do right now to start, that you can start doing to start getting your results. You can watch a million trainings, but unless you like apply what you're learning, you're never going to move forward. So anyways, that's it. I'm done.
That was so good. I've never even thought about saving a Facebook Live and putting it on Instagram TV. Like, that was like, just blew my mind. Like, I don't even know like why I never thought of that, but that was so good. And then the whole face-to-face thing, guys, like when we first started this business like 5-6 years ago, it was all face-to-face. We didn't have social media. So a lot of us did build belly to belly, and I'm so glad that they brought back the pop-up shops and wrap parties and all that stuff. So many good nuggets. And then also taking care of your LCs. So many of my teammates were previous LCs. So I really love that you talked about that. That's one thing we didn't talk about when we were putting the Zoom together. And I'm so appreciative that you pulled that up. So thank you so much. And if you guys, I know we've said it a few times, but if you could mute, there's a lot of microphones or a lot of people on that don't even have microphones next to their names on my end. So if you guys could mute, that would be amazing. And thank you, Jennifer, so much. Loved it. I know you have little, so if you can kind of hang out at the end, maybe if anybody has questions. If not, totally get it. And then we're going to go over to Jamie. So let me see. Jamie, you can unmute yourself. Hi.
Hey, you guys. Super excited. Yes, thank you so much for putting this Zoom together. Hi, you guys. I'm Jamie, and I've been in the business for 4 years. I'm outside in my car because I have littles in my house, and their craziness is probably going on in there with their dad. So instead of like yelling for them to all be quiet, I'm outside. So proof that you can be a mom and run a business. So, you guys, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit, give you guys a few tips, but I've been in the business for 4 years, and I went pretty fast, I guess. In my first 30 days, I was a Ruby, but then it took me a little bit to get to Diamond. It took me 10 months, 11 months, I went double Diamond. But then I was at double Diamond and maintaining double Diamond, but rebuilding constantly new people to get to triple. So whenever Mark changed the comp plan at conference last year, I was super excited because I went triple. I was ready. Like, my team was ready. So that's one thing, is you never know when he's going to do something crazy. Just always be ready. That is a tip for you guys as well. But something that I wanted to tell you guys about is be loud about where you were, where you are, and where you're headed. So where you were, are, and headed. I don't care if you just signed up yesterday. You were in a different spot yesterday than you are today if you signed up. When today you're signed up. So you were in a different spot yesterday than you are today. I don't care when you joined the business, how long that you've been there. Be loud about where you were. You were in some sort of situation that you wanted to get out of, and you wanted to give this opportunity a chance. And you need to be very loud about that. Be loud about where you are. wherever you are in your business right now, you need to be loud about. And then you have got to be loud about where you're going. You guys, I know whenever I was a distributor, I knew that I was not going to stay a distributor. And whenever I went Ruby, I was Ruby for, 9 months. Before that 10th month, I went Diamond. But I told everyone I was a Diamond and I was going to be making $2,000 a month for 9 months before I really happened. But I knew where I was headed. I knew where I was, and I knew where I was going. But where you were, even if it was in a situation, you don't have to always tell all the ins and outs. I'll tell you guys a little bit about my story. So I joined the business as a stay-at-home mom. And whenever I joined this business, we were broke. My family did not realize how broke we really were. But I would be a stay-at-home mom. I was going back to work. And my mom talked me into joining this opportunity. And I took it and I ran with it. I did not know about anything. I didn't know about the greens. I didn't know about any of the products. All I knew about was the fact that you could make money. And my enroller was a double diamond at the time. I thought making $5,000 to $6,000 a month was insane and was a lie. I actually told her, I think you're lying about making this much, but if you can lie that bad, surely I can make 500. Okay. So if I could just make $500 a month, I will be happy about that. So I got really, really loud about the fact that, hey, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I just straight up told people, this is a 2-income world, period. It's 2-income world that we're living in. So stay-at-home moms, even whenever they act like, oh, we're staying at home and we're fine, my husband makes plenty, girl, let's be for real. You're not going out and doing all the things that you want to do every day as a stay-at-home mom. It is not a glamorous life living on one income. And so I was loud about it. I started telling people, hey, it's a 2-income world. I live in the same world you do. Milk's $4 a gallon, and it's expensive to live. I joined this opportunity because I wanted to make a few extra $100 a month. And then I told them I am making a few extra $100 a month right now, and I am going to be making $2,000 a month with this opportunity. Does anybody else need that? And whenever you're loud about where you were, are, and know where you're going and get really loud about that, people are intrigued and they want to know the real deal. Okay. A lot of times it's hard for people that are triple diamond, and whenever we're making really good money, it's hard for them to relate to us. $9,000, $10,000 a month. People are like, okay, yeah, whatever. I didn't believe double diamond, $5,000 and $6,000 a month. So it's easier a lot of times whenever they're relating, but we look at ourselves and our journey and we know where we want to go, and we allow ourselves to feel, and I'm just talking for myself here, and I'm just going to assume that everybody's felt this way. We allow ourselves to be held back because we know where we're headed and where we want to go so bad that we allow ourselves to be held back from that, and we're ashamed of where we are. And so it's crazy to think oh, a triple diamond would feel that way. But you guys, even the top 20 want to be number one income earner. Everybody's going for something else. When you're in top 50, you want to be top 100. When you're in top 100, you want to be top 20. Everybody has a goal and they've got a dream and they've got somewhere that they're headed. We have to. But we hold ourselves back because we think, oh, I'm not where I'm headed. So we shut up because we don't like where we are. But you're not where you were. That is all that matters. You're not where you were. If you were fearful, if you were scared to death, if you thought this was a scam, you guys, get loud about it. I thought all online businesses were scams. I joined another network marketing company and failed. Whatever your were was, let's get really loud about that, you guys, because somebody else is in the same situation you were in, and now you are out of it, and let's help them and show them. Now I realize all of them aren't scams. Here I am in your inbox or in your feed, and if I'm blowing you up and you don't like my post, I'm super sorry, but my family needs an extra income, and I am making a difference. I am going to be making $1,000 a month with this business and with this opportunity and with this cell phone that's in my hand. if this is something that you need to message me. Hurry up, because more people will join you than what I can train in January. That's what I tell people. More people are going to want this than what I can even train. So girl, if you don't join me now, or you don't get, ready and get your spot saved, then, I might not have time to train you, because everybody wants this. So getting really loud about that and letting other people know, and share other people's success stories. So I shared my double diamond success story like it was going out of style. I shared it all the time. She was a teen mom. She, she was a respiratory therapist, and she still needed extra money because all those degrees, and you got a lot of student loan debt. And like, I knew her story, and I shared it like crazy until I got my own success story that I was proud of and that I wanted to share all the time. So sharing other people's stories. If you see a story, always start off with my friend. My friend Jamie talked tonight, and she told about how she was a stay-at-home mom and they were struggling, and she wanted something but couldn't afford daycare. And she started this opportunity, like, tell other people's success stories. Start off with my friend, or I am so proud of, and share their story. And then people are going to be like, oh my goodness, like, they might resonate with someone else's story as well. So making sure that you are sharing those stories. And then I just wanted to share one more little thing. This really isn't a distributor tip, but I hope that this really helps you. So you guys, I just want you to know that it is, and I've been doing this with my team and getting really clear on what their vision. We have visions and goals, but we need to know the what. What are we doing with those paychecks when we get them? More than just the dreaming. We need to know what. Like, when we have our plan in place, I'm paying this much here, I'm doing this much with that. This is divide up your paycheck and put out, I'm sending this to this, this to this, this to that. This much is going in that vacation fund. Plan out the vacation, whatever that your dreams and goals and visions are, get it all for the what. Like, this is what it's going to. And so, you guys, and I've been telling this to my team, and I just felt like just a little nudge that I should tell you guys this tonight, and then I'm going to hush. But I was telling them, in God's word, it says that we would prosper. He made it that's what we are, prosperous. He gave it to us. He made us that way. And there is no doubt in my mind that every single person wants what God wants their life to turn out like, and what he wants for them. I want everything I can get that he has to offer. And if he said I am prosperous, when I think of prosperous, I do not think of paycheck to paycheck. I do not think of barely getting by, barely maintaining a rank, barely, I don't think of that. When I think of prosperous, I don't think of only paying for my family's Christmas and not being able to give extra money to other families at Christmas time. I don't think of those things. When I think of prosperous, I think of plenty. I have more than what I can even have. I have more than what I need. I can share. I can give. That's his will, is for us to be able to give to others and to be able to do more for him and for his kingdom. And that is being prosperous. It's not paycheck to paycheck. If you're barely hanging on to your rank, that is not his will for what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to prosper and to be prosperous. You guys, in 2020, get your vision really clear, and it starts today. You've got to walk into 2020 knowing that my vision is clear, it's ready. I've got the what. I know what I'm doing with that paycheck whenever I get it. I know this is the amount I want to make, and get really loud about where you are, and where you're headed. And you're headed to being prosperous, because that is what his will is for your life, no matter what. So thank you guys so much. I hope that those tips helped, and I can't wait to hear from the rest of everybody.
Goodness, that was amazing. I feel like I could just listen to you all day. Like, there were so many great comments or like, amen, sister. Like, I think everything you just shared really resonated with people. And I think, the big part about sharing stories, like, that's so huge, because you never know what's going to hit somebody at the time, that they need it the most. Because I'm sure all of us on here maybe thought that we would never be doing this, but guess what? It was brought to our attention at a time when we needed it the most, and we have the golden ticket, and all we're doing is offering it to the people that we want to help do the same. And everything you just said was just so good. I'm like, need to listen to the replay just so I could write everything down you just said. But thank you so much, Jamie. I really appreciate you hopping on and sharing that with us. Okay, so next we're going to hear from Tracy Sinks. So we hear a lot from Tracy because she's a very high LC enroller. So I'm very excited to hear her distributor enrolling tips because she is also a top distributor enroller. So she's kind of like, she's got it all going on. So go ahead, Tracy, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I just went to church with Jamie. I don't know, but that was some goodness. So my word for 2020 is abundance. So I love it. Okay. So if y'all don't know me, I'm Tracy Sinks, Triple Diamond, obviously. I live in Mississippi. Oh, I just muted myself. I joined in when did I join? June of 2017. So about 2.5 years ago, I joined under the $9.99 special. If anybody knows, was around back then. So, so don't ever discount the discounted kits because, you know, rock stars can come from those, the cheaper deals that we have. So anyway, so I joined 3 months out of, after getting out of rehab for drug and alcohol addiction. I was lost in life. I had gotten out of an abusive marriage. Was literally, I had no network, I had no purpose, I had no vision, I had nothing. I mean, so after getting out of rehab, I mean, I had my immediate family, but other than that, I didn't have much of anything. I was broken, I was lost, I was rebuilding my relationship with God. And so anyway, so I started at ground zero. And I did not, most people say they joined this business for $500 a month. I didn't even join for that because I only joined to support my sister. I did not have any plan or desire in doing this. My sister joined also in the $9.99 special. And I basically just said, I'll join just, you know, so you can get billed for Ruby. I mean, because they were encouraging everybody to sign 5. So, so anyway, so that's why I joined. And so but little did I know, I needed, there was so much more that God had in store for me that I didn't even know that I needed. I needed a community. I needed friendships. I needed purpose. I needed goals. I needed direction. I needed, these products to, you know, to help me, you know, get better in better shape and to love on myself, love on my body, to have more energy, like all the things. I needed everything that this business provides. And so I just got plugged into the team and into the community and found just a new life because of this company. So what I want to talk about is sharing your story, okay? Because I may have a story that I like to say is lifetime movie worthy, you know, and your story is going to be different, and it may not be what you feel is lifetime movie worthy, but you have a story. You have people out there that are going to relate to you. Okay, the mama that is at home that is so busy and so stressed out and feels like she can't ever get a moment to herself because she has babies crawling over her all the time and everybody needs her all the time. Like, I can't relate to that. I've never, you know, I was never able to have children, so I don't relate to that. So I can't speak to those women the way some of you all are going to be able to speak to those women. Okay, so you have a story. So, you know, I would encourage you to take a little time to think about, you know, write out some characteristics about your life and your journey, and you know, reach out to your upline, reach out to your mentor, reach out to a sideline, or, you know, just start with just journaling or, you know, emailing yourself. I mean, literally just get it out of your head and out of your spirit and onto a piece of paper, or talk it out with somebody and figure out what about your story could reach someone. Okay. And then you need to start speaking that. You need to start posting about that, because you guys, and also like mindset, what Jennifer was talking about earlier. You guys, I did not believe that I could sign distributors. Okay. I went 7 months without signing anybody. I was able to promote to executive and Ruby because people were put under me during the $9.99 special. Okay. I signed one person during the $9.99 special who was just signing up to help me, but I could not sign anybody for 7 months. And I literally, that's all that went through my head. I cannot sign distributors. I cannot sign distributors. I cannot sign distributors. Well, guess what? I wasn't signing them because I didn't believe that I could. Okay. And so I called my upline and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to ever go anywhere with this business and ever make more than $200 a month because I cannot sign anybody. But guess what? When I started telling my story, when I started becoming vulnerable and honest, with my story in a way that brought hope. Okay. You don't want to be airing your dirty laundry on social media. That's another tip. You want to be so careful about how you post. You guys, your Facebook page, your Instagram is your store. Okay. So it needs to be clean. It needs to be like no vulgarity, no controversial topics, nothing that's going to cause drama. Your page is not the place to stir drama. It is not the place for it. Call up your girlfriend, call up your cousin, call up somebody if you have to stir up drama. Personally, I think all drama needs to be gone, period, from your life, because you're not going to go to the top of this company hanging on to drama. It's just, there's no place for it. Okay. So seriously, if you want a business through social media, you do not post crud on your page. Okay. So I post my story on social media regularly, but I post about it in a way that brings hope and brings inspiration and brings courage and lets people know that you can overcome, that you can go from somebody that was broken and obese and beaten up and lost and, tried to take my life and tried to hurt myself and over to being in the top 0.02% of this company. Okay. Miraculous things can happen. And so those are the things that I post about, because people need hope. People need courage. People need strength, like all those things. And so I really think that that's why I'm a mass distributor enroller. I really do, is because people want hope. People want to know that they can overcome their struggles. And so I really, and also I'm tenacious. Like I do not stop. I do not stop. When there's a distributor enroller special, when there's a $20 special, whatever, like I want to hear my name on that family call as a top enroller. Okay. So I make my mind up. That I'm going to be at the top. And guess what? I'm at the top because I made my mind up. Okay. So decide what you want, how many you want, give it all you got, dive in, no holds barred, and, just do the thing. Okay. I'm not watching time, so I don't know where I'm at. Top places to go for distributors. I'm not sure what you mean, Tracy. Basically, I do not actually message for distributors anymore. I don't have to message for distributors anymore. When you are living your life loud and you are, I have more potentials than I know what to do with. So when I talk to so many people about joining my team on a regular basis that when there's a $20 special, I have hundreds of people to follow up with. So I don't have to ask people, I'm following up with people that I have talked to, but so I would recommend, like, you start planting seeds right now. Like you be transparent, be open, be vulnerable, decide where you're going. I love what was said earlier, that you cast vision for your life and you post about it. And if you don't know where you're going, that's okay. Like, get with your upline and say, like, help me, help me set some goals. Help me figure out where I want to go.
All right, did you see it?
Hey, LG Stylio.
Hey guys, mute yourselves, please. I can't mute everybody for some reason.
Okay, there we go. So anyway, I hope that helps. Basically, just be transparent, be as vulnerable as you can, and it takes practice, you guys. I mean, if you're scared to open up and tell your story, say it in front of the mirror. Like, just find a way to, and it's like anything. Like, it's like, it's like riding a bike. Like, I've told my story so many times that I could do it with my, whatever, probably in my sleep, whatever. But if you're just starting out, like figuring out your story, just pick a person, pick your person, your spouse, your best friend, your sister, whatever, and just start opening up. Okay. Because it's going to change your business. Okay. It's going to change your business. So thanks for letting me share.
Thank you so much. And it's so true. I mean, what we used to call it, like, we're hope brokers, you know what I mean? Like, we're like giving out hope to people. And it kind of goes with like what Jamie said too. It's like, know where you were, know where you want to be, and know where you're going, and being able to say that. And I like that you said, Tracy, to reach out to your upline, because I know one of my distributors that I'm closest with, she's probably on here. She was having a really hard time telling her story. And I was like, send me bullet points of what you want to address. I'm like, because I see your story loud and clear. Like, I see you, why you're doing this, why you're hustling, how you're hustling it, and sometimes it is hard to like, just get it there, and I was like, I know exactly what your story is, but I want you to, tell me what you want to do, and then let's write it together. And we had a story done in 10 minutes, but it took her a long time to get to the point to ask me, can you help me write my story? And I think that was her big turning point. And so now you touch on that like vulnerability point, which is like what you were talking about. And then that's where people really start to connect with you more one-on-one and more, yeah, she said, that's me. It is you, more one-on-one, and it's just more special that way. And people do start coming to you, and it's so true. Ask for help, be transparent. And you definitely have tenacity, Tracy. And I absolutely love and respect that about you, because you are like, I'm going to make this happen, and it's done. Like, you just find a way and you do it. So thank you so much for sharing with us. Love you, friend.
Love you.
All right, perfect. So next we're going to hear from Kelly. So Kelly, are you on here? Let's see. Oh no, I don't know if Kelly's on. Do you guys see Kelly anywhere? I don't see her. Kelly, if you're on, unmute yourself. Oh, hi. Okay. She's unmuted. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Kelly, are you muted? I don't see you on here, babe. Well, I see you on here. Mike doesn't seem to be working. Okay, we can go back to you. Let's go to Jacqui, and then we'll see if we can get Kelly's mic working. So Jacqui, are you on?
Hi.
Hey.
My full name, guys, so don't be distracted by it. Hi, everyone. I'm Jacqui Wilson. So I've been with the company since May of 2014. So when I started this, I just got my master's degree in health administration. I was a newlywed. I didn't have any babies, just fur babies. And I was working in corporate America. And honestly, that was like where I saw myself going, was just like climbing the corporate ladder. I never, ever thought I would do anything to do with sales at all. I'm very much an introvert. Like, just now I had to like stop my video and go Rachel Hollis style over here, like jumping up and down to get like my nervous energy out. Like that's just, you know, who I am and how I am. And so I was actually asked to do this by a friend of mine. I like knew her in real life. And I told her no. Right? So has anyone ever told you no? Yeah, it's okay. I said no. I actually ignored her a little bit and then I told her no. For all of the reasons that I'm sure your potentials give you, that you probably gave the person that enrolled you. We all have things going on, right, guys? So it's okay. When someone tells you no, it's because they most likely have no idea how this works, or they have some sort of vision of like a friend's, sisters, brothers, who knows what, and they don't really know. And so I had to like follow her for 6 months before I ever even joined. And thank goodness she didn't stop posting. Thank goodness she was very consistent. Thank goodness she showed her passion, because if she wouldn't have, I wouldn't be here today, right? So I was working full time. And when I say I was working full time, you guys, if you're busy, like give me a hand raise, because I was so busy. I actually was in my car. We didn't have voice memos back then. So I was in my car all the time. I had to drive all around South and Central Florida. Busy, busy, busy. Sometimes I wasn't home for days at a time. And that's actually kind of the reason that drove me to say yes to this, because I remember like laying on the couch one day with Glenn, just crying my eyes out for 30 minutes before I had to leave him for like a few days for work. And I was like, I don't know. What if I can't do this forever? Like, I don't know. I just needed another option, right? So that's kind of why I started this, not really to make it a full-time thing, but just to have something on the side in case I had to quit my job, because I was so frustrated. And so I was able to take this while working full-time, crazy hours, to triple diamond in 13 months. I did it basically through social media because I was never home. And so this works. The thing is, like, your paycheck and how fast you go is a direct reflection of your work. So I just want to be clear. I'm supposed to be talking about distributor host to post. I'm going to get to in a second, but it's literally, I'm a very green. And so it's black and white, you guys. Like, the more effort you put in, the more energy you put in, the more you speak the life and like what you want, the more you tell everyone that you're going diamond, the faster you're going to get there. So anyway, so I have recently been doing distributor host to post. I tried host to post like 2 years ago and it didn't work, right? Like a lot of us say that. And I was somehow stumbled upon Brittany Hayes's video. So I literally took all of my stuff from her. I'm not gonna lie, I did not make any of this up. I can put a few of the scripts that she has in her video. You can go watch it in the comments. Can I do that? So that you can I don't know, I'll figure that out. Hopefully I can copy and paste them. So anyway, go to Brittany Hayes's YouTube and look at signing distributors with host to post. It's like a few videos down. So I watched it and I wrote down her scripts, and she tells you what she has on her little host to post whatever picture, and I literally copied her. It's genius. And I was like, let me just try it. So my team does a giveaway. We don't do a huge giveaway. I had everyone put in like $5. So I think the first one was like $75 giveaway, but you guys, they don't care. Like, so, and you don't even have to do a giveaway. If you just want to, her name is Brittany Hayes. Sorry, someone asked. So you don't even have to do a giveaway. If you just say, hey, I'm looking to expand, my network and, into your area, would you mind putting up a post for me? Like, people are so willing to help. But we did do a giveaway. And so I can try to put all the stuff in the chat, but anyway, it's all on her video. So I don't want to get into like the super details because it will take forever. But I tried it back in October, and since then I've been signing distributors from it every single month. And this month alone, I've talked to at least 100 new potentials from host to post, and it's just been incredible, and it's blowing my mind because I tried it before and it didn't work. But you have to really be like committed to it, you guys. You have to really, just like anything else, right? It all works, but you have to be committed to whatever you're doing. And so I still do message, like, just to kind of give you an overview. I still have people coming into my inbox. I've always messaged for distributors. It's just something I've always done since the very beginning. I know that I can attract people, but like, I also want to be going and finding them because I want to put as much energy as I can into my business. And so I was always like, what else can I be doing? What else can I be doing? That's just me. So distributor host to post has been incredible. I don't know what other tips to really give about it. But it's just so simple. I literally tell people I have a script. This is what it is. They put up the post for me. One thing that I will say, if you've never saved, if you go to like any of the posts, there's the 3 little dots in the upper right hand corner of the post on Facebook. I've been doing Facebook and Instagram. It works the same. Honestly, I give them the same post. If they look like someone that posts really pretty pictures in their Instagram, I will give them the same picture, but it will be formatted for stories. But I have my number on it, and Brittany has like all the information of what she has in there. I just copied the same thing. But anyway, on Facebook, you can click if you go to any post, you can click the 3 little dots in the upper right hand corner, and you can click save. So anytime that someone does a post for me, I save it to a collection so I can go back and look at it, right? And I'm writing all these people down, obviously. Like, you want to make sure there's a lot of follow-up that goes into this. I've never signed anyone in this business without follow-up. So, follow up. You have to write them down. It's not going to be like, I'm going to do host to post and sign 5 people from my first one. Like, you have to still put the work in. But so save all of your posts so that you can go back to them, because sometimes people will like comment later on and you're like, oh my gosh. So that keeps it more organized. The same thing on Instagram. You can save posts to a collection on there as well. And do the host a post update in real time when someone new comment? I mean, it'll send you a notification, but the notifications are all whacked. So just save all the posts so you can just keep going back and looking through them. Something else that I do is that whenever I'm going back to look at the different host to posts, I will put a little emoji, like I'll comment with a heart emoji, and then I'll take it away. Like, I'll delete it, and it bumps it back up into the newsfeed. I don't know if y'all know that. You can do it on a regular post too. I'll like comment with an emoji and then like delete it 10 seconds later, and it bumps it back up into the algorithm. Just a little, I don't know, tip. So because depending on what time they post it, just like anything else, right? If someone posts it at 3 p.m., might not get as much traction as it would at like 7 p.m. So a lot of the times, my poor husband, whenever I'm doing like crazy host to post days, I'll wait until like 5 or 6 o'clock to send out all the messages. So it's like a lot of action at the same time, but I just want them to get the host to post up, and then I can go back and respond to everyone, if that makes sense. But that's like the prime time when people are seeing stuff. So I want to make sure that the posts are going up at like the right time. I have like a whole page of stuff, guys. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I've grown a lot from social media, but I've been growing a lot local people on social media. And so the other day I met someone from a host to post at a local coffee shop, because these people are local. So having a local team really is awesome. And you can find people on social media from local pages and local groups. And I'm a Disney fanatic. So a lot of Disney people are here in Orlando, because I'm in Orlando, and it's just been incredible. But the biggest thing that you will hear every single person on here say, and if you watch the amazing Jade Hooper video with everyone that went to Costa Rica, at the end, I loved Claire's comment. She said, everyone's asking for all the scripts, and they keep asking for all the scripts, but you're not listening to what people are saying. It is all about your mindset. And I'm not going to lie, I hated when people said that to me in the beginning. I hated it, because I was like, what do you mean? I just need to know what to say. I'm agreeing. I'm like, what do you mean? But it's really all about your mindset, you guys. If you have Netflix and you've never watched The Secret, there's a version on YouTube. But if you have Netflix, go watch The Secret on Netflix. I watched it for the first time the other day, and now I just walk around my house or like sing to myself in the car about how I'm going to have a $30,000 paycheck, like all day, every day. I'm literally out loud or in my head. My husband thinks I'm nuts, but it's cool, like saying it to myself, because that's what I want. If you're not speaking what you want, you guys, it's never going to come to you, ever. So just stop thinking about where you are and what happened in the past, because you're not there anymore. You're moving forward. So start telling yourself what you want. I don't know. There's just been like so many amazing things. This one quote, I'll like end it with this, that I've heard it so many times before, but it just clicked back in June, and it like set me on fire. You have to do something that you've never done to get something you've never had, right? I've heard it so many times before, and for some reason it just clicked back in June. And you have to do new things, and it's hard and it's scary, but hello, you're not going to die from doing them, and you're just going to grow from it, and it's just going to like set you on fire, and you're just going to be in a totally different place. Imagine being in a totally different place this time next year. But you have to take the next year and really be consistent and really grind it out and do things even when you might not feel like it, and just do it and just try new stuff and put all your energy in and grow your mindset. It's going to be amazing.
So good. And I think it's so funny, because when you're like, what do you mean grow your mindset? I think we've all been there. And then when it happens, or like when we make that decision and it happens, then it's like, oh yeah, I just made that decision. But it's like, when people tell you that and you're not there yet, it's like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? I already decided. Yeah. But it just, you have to do something different to get a different result. Like, you can't do the same thing.
And work on it. It's like going to the gym. You're going to grow your muscles, right? If you work every single day on a little bit of mindset every single day, you're going to grow your mind. Like, it's just.
Yep. So good. Yeah. Tracy said, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Yeah. Kelly Brown is like the best with like mindset training and her Zooms and all that stuff. So thank you, Jacqui, for sharing that. And we put the link to Brittany Hayes' Zoom. It's only 30 minutes long, you guys. So watch it over and over and over again. I actually watched it this morning. And it's really good. I've never done host to post for distributors, but I'm definitely going to give that a go. Pretty soon. So watch it if you guys can. And then, okay, so I just messaged with Kelly. So she's going to hop on and tell us her biggest distributor signing tips. And then Jackie's putting the scripts in the comments. So if you guys want to copy and paste those to your notes.
Hey guys, sorry about the technical difficulties.
No worries.
And now I have little Kennedy with me. So, I love all of these tips. And what I love most about this call is that we all do all of these things and we all get to share the unique way that we do them. So host to post for distributors, if you haven't done it, like Jacqui said, is amazing. So you guys, I've been in this business for 3.5 years. I'm going to make this really quick. I joined for an extra $500 a month. In the forefront of my mind, I was like, let's pay off this $1,000 of debt that I had accumulated on my maternity leave with my son. And I was hoping and praying that this business would bring me home. So 14 months into my business, I was double diamond and I was working as a nurse education specialist. So I was needing to make a good income before I could leave my job. So I left my job, was at double diamond for 2 years. You guys, we had a lot of life happen. We lost a child, crazy, crazy things that you never anticipate. And so it just goes back to the fact that God places this business in your life when you least expect it, when you don't feel like you need it. And so listen to those hints and those things that he's placing in your life. Listen to those nudges in your business, because that's God telling you how to run your business and how to do this. So September of 2018, I went to the women's conference. And at that point, I changed the way I did my business. It was no longer just going through my 6 list. It was going through my 6 list and it was mindset. It was self-development. It was journaling. I was doing all of those things. And so starting in October of last year, I started claiming triple diamond. I promoted to triple diamond in January of this year. My husband promoted to double, and then we turned around and my husband's account promoted to triple in March. So truly life-changing, a level that I didn't get into this business for, 6 figures annually. That's not why I started this business. And so now it's about my team and helping all of them reach their goals. And so that's truly what's incredible, is when you get to the other side and you get to see how you can impact other people's lives. So I want to talk to you guys. I'm so big on mindset, and it's kind of fun for me to not be talking about mindset because I always talk about that. So I want to break down, Tracy was talking about posting, about the opportunity. This is something that Dean Graziosi, if you don't follow him, he's a million gazillionaire, author of Millionaire Success Habits. He broke this down at a conference I was at, and it's so genius. And I just think so many people struggle with how to write their opportunity post. So I want to go through this with you, okay? When you're writing an opportunity post and you want to know why people are coming to me and Tracy and Melissa and Jacqui, about becoming distributors, it's because of the way that we're telling our story and the way that we're structuring it. So first thing on a post, you want a hook. So maybe it's a question. Maybe it's a statement. You want to catch their attention. So maybe, and if you, lots of examples of this, but maybe you ask like, where my mom is at that want to make an extra income from their phone, or who's ever had their card decline at the grocery checkout counter. Any of those questions that catch someone's attention and that's going to grab them and be like, ooh, that's me, right? Just like Tracy was talking about, she may not relate to the mamas, but she relates to others, okay? So like who do you relate to? That's your hook. That's how you pull them in. so that they're going to keep reading, okay? Then your story. You guys, I think so often people think, one, they don't have a story. Two, they don't know how to tell their story. Or I'm only $500 a month. How different can I tell that every single day? You guys, I post about the opportunity every single day in some way, shape, or form. And I would say 4 to 5 days out of the week, I'm telling my story in a different way. So maybe I'm telling them why I got started. Maybe I'm telling them why I'm doing it now. Now I'm doing it for others. Maybe I'm telling them what the business has done for me. You tell a little bit of your story. That's typically the easier part of the post, right? And then maybe you're talking about why you keep going. And then the end of your post is a call to action. You guys, I have seen over the years top leaders in this company do this, and I didn't realize this is what it was, okay? So call to action. You want to give them something to do, okay? They don't know what to do if you're not telling them. So if you want them to text you, if you want them to drop an emoji, if you want them to private message you, DM you, whatever it is, that's how you close the sale. We work in sales. This is sales, okay? Your favorite product, I love this on the Costa Rica call, should be the opportunity, okay? Should be the opportunity. So if you're not, a lot of people shy away. Dean talks about how people shy away from like closing the sale, right? They're like, oh my gosh, I have this amazing thing. And if you want to, you can message me and you can buy it. No, that's not how we close the sale, right? You have to give them a step. So most often what I'm doing is text. I see a message, I say text, and I give them a word. Like 2020 was my word today on my post. Maybe it's opportunity. Maybe it's phone opportunity. Maybe it's freedom. Maybe it's abundance, whatever it is. I give them my phone number, and I say something simple like, so we can chat about how this could work for you, or information is free. It doesn't think about what this could do for you. You have to close it with a statement and give them something to do. Because so many people are watching you and they're curious, but they're scared to death. And if you give them, I feel like more people reach out when you say to message, like private message you, DM you, or text you, okay? People don't want to comment on your post because they're worried about who's going to see it. And we've all been there, right? I swore I would never do something like this, okay? I was a nurse. I have multiple degrees, and I just thought I knew better, when in fact I knew nothing, okay? So give people something to do with the information that you've given them, because you can add value to someone by talking about the business and what it's done for you in a post and like how thankful you are to be home with your babies. That's amazing, and that will add value. But most people aren't going to reach out to you if they don't have a call to action, okay? People need to know what to do. That's why I love stories. That's why, people are reaching out to people who are doing call to actions and putting polls in their stories, that sort of a thing. It gives them the opportunity. You're inviting them in. If you're not inviting someone, they're not going to reach out to you. Rarely will people reach out to you, okay? And then the only other thing that I wanted to add was, when you're messaging and you're following up, obviously we know that's important. Use voice clips. You guys, so many people are terrified of this business because they don't think that you're a real person. They think that you just got lucky. Like, they want to hear your voice. Make it real. Personalize your relationship. Like, build that relationship and show them that you're just a regular gal. Just because you post pretty pictures on social media does not mean your kids aren't running around in the background like, wild banshees and all of that. Like, they need to see the realness. And just like Tracy was talking about, like, be authentic, show a little bit about that, in your story, that sort of a thing. I think it's great to have your Facebook and your Instagram be pretty, pictures, but show that you're a real person, okay? Does anyone have any questions about the posting? Because I kind of went through that quickly. But hook, story, call to action, okay? You've got to give them a call to action. Story in different ways. Don't tell it the same way every time. Maybe it's you wanted to earn an extra $500. Then maybe it's what that $500 paid for, where you're at now, where you're going. Just like Jamie said, where are you going? 2020 is here. It's here, guys. Vision, goals, where are you going? What are you doing? Like, have it written down, know specifically where you're going and what you're doing. Okay? That's all I got.
Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I love it. Everything you said tied into, what Jennifer was talking about as far as like the lives, like making sure that you're going live every day, because people do want to see you. And I'll tell you guys, I don't know if this is the same with everybody, but the hotter the mess my lives are, the more people like it. And I'm like, what? That's weird. But okay, like whatever, I'll be a hot mess every single day, but like more people will actually like, because you are showing that you're human. And voice memos is so nice, because now that we don't do as much belly to belly and face to face, like the voice memos and the lives are really like where we can connect the gap, like between social media and like real life. So I love that. And then hook, story, and call to action, love that as well. And it's so true. I think people are afraid to even like some of our posts sometimes, because they're afraid that we're gonna like start messaging them like nonstop, because in the past network marketers have done that. So the call to action really makes it so it's the ball's in their court. You're putting it out there, and of course we're still messaging and building relationships, but super smart to do that. And I just started doing the text message. I was always terrified of doing the text message, but I feel like I get text messages more than I get anything else, and I'm like, that's so weird. But it works. So thank you, Kelly, so much. Okay, Liz, you ready to close us out? Where you at, Liz Lundy?
I muted myself.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Everybody did so well and went over like so many good points. Like I'm looking at my notes, I was like, that was covered, but it was such good information, and everybody had amazing tips. And there's really not one thing that you should be doing. There's not one secret sauce to signing distributors. So I love like all the different things that were shared. I'm Liz Lundy. I have been in the business since September 2016. Before this business, I had just gotten out of a highly abusive marriage that was in my entire 20s. I literally packed up my dog and a bag of clothes and left and got out of that. I moved to Nashville. I didn't have a place to live. I was sleeping on people's couches. I literally had nothing to my name when I joined this business. I joined for a couple extra $100 a month. All I wanted to do was be able to buy groceries and keep my phone from being shut off so I could keep in communication with my family. That was my goal. I never thought about diamond. I thought diamonds were unicorns. I didn't think they existed. So nevertheless, like triples and all that stuff, like that didn't happen. So 3.5 years later, I'm a triple diamond. My boyfriend's a double. I kind of just caught the vision after I went Ruby. I was about a year. I went Ruby in 8 months. I did not have a fast start. I was extremely slow. I was working full time. I was comfortable. I had hit my original goal. And it wasn't until I had met Sherry Lynn and John and other diamonds on our upline in Nashville at an event that I like saw other people doing this business that had greater success and in person, and was like, oh my gosh, they're just like me. Like if they can do it, then why can't I do it? And I went Emerald right after that. Shortly after went Diamond, and then this year, right after conference, I went double, got my boyfriend a Diamond, and then 2 months later I went triple and got him the double. So that's where we are now. I left my full-time job as a GM of a gym in March, so I've been home full-time now. I love this business so much. I didn't know anything about this business. I did all the wrong things in the beginning. I gave away everything in my kit to the first people I talked to. It took me like 6 weeks to sign a customer. It took me 6 months to sign a distributor. So it does not matter where you are or how bad you think that you are at this business. It doesn't matter. You can be successful. Plug in to as much as you can. You can never learn too much. You can never stop learning. To this day, I still absorb any Zooms, everything. I want to learn everything from all the people, because you can never know too much. You can never stop growing. First things first with distributors, if you think you can't sign distributors, you're absolutely right. If you think you can, you can. You have to decide. First, like write down each month, how many distributors do you want to sign that month? And don't think small. Don't think, oh, I just want to fill my steps of success. Because if you think that and then you fall short of your steps of success, then you didn't hit your goal. But imagine if you set your goal at like 10 distributors and then you fall short of that a little bit and say you sign 8 still. That's still an amazing month. So set your goals higher. Like Sherry Lynn always talks about 10xing it. So whatever your original goal, 10x that and put that in front of you. And then at the beginning of every single month, write that down and keep that in front of you. And every distributor that you check off or bring in, check it off. So, hold on. Push stop. Sorry, he's like doing all the things, of course, like as soon as it's my turn, he's been sleeping. And just keeping those goals in front of you, and it's exciting to see like how far you've come and like, you know, how close you are to that goal. And what's going to happen is you're going to start believing in yourself. When you do have those months that you sign 8 or 9 or 10 distributors, which you will, because there's no difference in me or anybody else on this call. It's just that we decided that we're going to do it and you believe that you can do it. And then as soon as you do it once, your goal is never going to be the same again, because you're going to believe like, oh my gosh, I can sign that many. So I'm going to, you know, up at the next month, up at the next month. And people can feel your excitement. So the people that you talk to, that was one thing.
Get you a warm.
I think Jennifer's not muted. People that you talk to can feel your excitement in this business. It's Jennifer.
Hey, hold on just a second. Hey, Jen, love, you're unmuted.
No, I can't find her name on there, even though she was just talking.
Oh my gosh, sorry you guys. I'm trying to get my toddler out of the bath.
That's okay. All right, go ahead, Liz.
People that the reason it's so important to believe in yourself is because people can feel that. The people that you're talking to, they know if you believe in this business. So if you're talking to somebody, you're like, yeah, you know, I love what I do, and just there's no excitement in it, people can sense that. If you're excited and you believe in what you have, and you should, because this is an amazing opportunity that can absolutely change your life and the people that you're talking to, the people you talk to are going to be excited too. And don't get discouraged by the no's. Any no, I've been in the business long enough to see that those no's always turn into yeses later. You just have to keep in touch with them and keep consistent on your page. Always sharing your story, what the girls talked about. And then also, don't just copy and paste other people's stuff. Do not copy and paste like other people's stuff. Don't put stuff up that says join my team in big black and green letters. Don't do that. Don't be spammy, because you know what's going to happen. People are going to scroll right by your stuff. Be you. Pick 5 things that you love and brand yourself. Like, I love my bulldog that I talk about all the time. I love Jesus. I live in Nashville and talk about things around here all the time. I am obsessed with coffee mugs, and I have a really bad obsession with Krispy Kreme. And those are things that like people, my followers and stuff, will reach out to me about those things that have nothing to do with the business, and like talk to me about those things because it's my brand. I talk about those things all the time. So not only am I posting about the business, but I'm also integrating those things into, so it keeps people, my followers, interested, where it's not just join my team, join my team, join my team. It's giving value to my page. So find 5 things and start talking about those things. Like if you were scrolling on Facebook and you saw your post, would you stop and read it? Or is it just something that you would scroll by? And don't judge your post off the number of likes. We are not paid for likes. People are seeing your post whether they like your post or not. So don't get discouraged and put up one post one time and think, oh, it didn't work for me or nobody likes my stuff, and then stop. It's being consistent and doing it over and over. And what's going to happen is people are going to end up in your inbox that you never knew were watching you and never liked one of your posts and never commented on one of your posts because you were consistent and they were too scared to comment on your page. So they ended up messaging you instead. So, and then it's not an overnight thing. It's not doing 1 post or 2 posts. It's just over time, you being consistent and telling your story and showing your story as it grows. and what this business has done for you. You guys, I joined this business for grocery money, and to this day, every week when I go grocery shopping, I still share that on my story, that It Works paid for my groceries this week, every week, because that's a part of my story that people are watching and see, and people can relate to that a whole lot more than making, you know, $10,000 a month, or you filling up your gas tank, or buying diapers for your kids. Those are the things that people are going to be able to relate to more. So, and be the person you want on your team. Be the type of person that you want on your team. Are you negative Nancy? Are you down like about the business all the time and speaking negativity of your business? Stop doing that, and see the positivity and see the type of people that you start bringing in your team when you change your mindset and the way that you talk to people and the way that you speak over your business. If you don't know how to do that, dig into self-development. Everybody thought self-development was crazy, didn't think it was a good thing. I know I did. I was like, I don't need any self-help stuff. You absolutely do. I promise you absolutely do. So that's all the stuff that I have. But Melissa, thank you so much. And your hair does look really pretty.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel so blonde. No, thank you so much. And I love, okay, so I have to point this out because it's so true. You guys, check your pages every couple days. Look at your profile and ask yourself, would I want to be on this person's team? You know what I mean? And like, I love that you said we're not paid for likes. We're definitely not. And if you ever feel like you put up a post and you're discouraged because there's no likes, just delete it and put up another one, you know. But the more you can just be genuinely you and like keep the drama away, like Tracy said, but put yourself out there. Like, write a list of like, if you could pick 5 qualities or 10 qualities in your rockstar distributor, what would they be? And then write them down and then ask yourself, am I those 10 things? Am I those 5 things? And if you're not, that's what you need to be changing your Facebook too, because what you put out is what you get back. It's kind of like the whole secret thing, right? What you put out in the universe, you're going to get back. So thank you guys so much. This Zoom, I don't know about you guys, but I want to go and sign some distributors right now. And I took like pages and pages of notes. I will get this recording up super fast. I usually get them up right away. So I'm going to do that as soon as I get my kids to bed. But everything that you guys shared, it was just absolutely amazing. And I don't know if everybody that's still on here knows, but we all came together from very separate teams, most of us. And it's just such a beautiful thing to be able to get with like-minded people and brainstorm like this, and then bring all of our teams together and do the same. So just really appreciate you guys for jumping on and talking to us, and everybody that got on, thank you so much. And let's really kick some butt the rest of this year, and we're going to hit 2020 strong. So thanks, guys. Have a good night.